All right, so today we're diving into Cava's Q4 2024 earnings call.
Yeah, this Mediterranean fast casual chain, they're really making waves in the restaurant industry.
They are.
And we're going to break down exactly why their performance has got everybody talking.
They've got investors buzzing, that's for sure.
What's really interesting here is Cava is bucking the trend, right?
Yeah.
In a challenging economic environment.
Totally.
They're not just surviving, they are thriving. And we're seeing positive traffic growth,
It's just
which is rare,
a rarity these days.
coupled with some pretty impressive revenue increases.
Yeah, so let's get into the specifics.
Okay.
Cava's revenue,
Okay.
excluding the extra week they had in 2023,
Right.
shot up 36.8% year over year in Q4, hitting $225.1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, serious growth.
That's impressive.
And it's not just a top-line story, right?
No, it's not.
Their same restaurant sales jumped a staggering 21.2%.
Huge.
But what's even more impressive is that a significant chunk of that growth, 15.6% to be exact,
Wow.
is coming from increased traffic.
People aren't just paying more. They're actively choosing to dine at Cava.
Exactly. And that kind of traffic growth is a powerful indicator of brand strength.
Absolutely.
And they're not slowing down on expansion either.
Nope.
They added 15 new restaurants during the quarter, bringing their total to 367.
Okay.
And the really interesting part here is that these new locations are exceeding expectations.
That's right. It shows that their concept really has legs. It's not limited to just a specific region.
Right.
This portability is attracting investors who see the potential for nationwide and possibly even global growth.
For sure. And then zooming out to the full year,
Okay.
Cava's performance is equally impressive.
Right.
Revenue, again, excluding that extra week, soared 35%, with same restaurant sales up a solid 13.4% and traffic increasing 8.7%.
Still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They opened a total of 58 new restaurants in 2024, ending the year on a high note.
Wow. So it's worth noting that Cava achieved free cash flow for 4 consecutive quarters in their first year as a public company.
That is something.
That's a remarkable feat, especially considering the economic headwinds that so many businesses are facing.
Sure.
It speaks volumes about their operational efficiency and their ability to manage costs effectively.
So clearly, Cava has a recipe for success,
They do.
and it goes beyond just delicious food.
It does.
So let's unpack some of the strategic initiatives that are fueling this remarkable performance.
Okay, so expansion is a key pillar of their growth strategy.
Makes sense.
Cava plans to open between 62 and 66 new restaurants in 2025.
Wow.
But it's not just about quantity. They're
Yeah.
being very strategic about their locations.
Okay.
They're expanding into new markets like South Florida, Detroit, Indianapolis, and Pittsburgh, areas with diverse demographics and strong potential for growth.
Yeah, it's exciting to see them expanding their footprint and introducing their Mediterranean fare to new audiences.
Absolutely.
But expansion alone isn't enough, right?
Yeah.
They've also made some pretty savvy moves on the customer engagement front. Their revamped loyalty program is already showing impressive results.
Awesome.
They've seen a 230 basis point increase in loyalty sales,
Nice.
indicating that they're successfully cultivating a dedicated customer base.
It's a testament to their understanding of how to build lasting relationships with their customer base.
Yeah,
And they're not afraid to experiment with new offerings to keep the menu fresh and exciting.
love it.
Their introduction of grilled steak last year was a hit.
Nice.
And they're tapping into snacking trends with their new limited time garlic ranch pita chips.
Oh, wow.
These menu innovations not only drive trial, but also generate buzz and keep customers coming back for more.
Yeah, and they're smart about how they leverage these new menu items, too.
Yeah.
They're not just launching them into the void.
Right.
They're using social media and influencer partnerships like their collaboration with Olympic sprinter Gabby Thomas to create excitement and broaden their reach.
Smart.
Yeah, it's a great example of how they're integrating marketing and menu innovation to drive results.
I like it.
And then what's equally impressive is their focus on operational efficiency.
Yeah.
You're implementing a new labor deployment model and exploring cutting-edge technologies like AI video and a new kitchen display system.
Interesting.
These initiatives aim to streamline operations and improve speed of service without compromising on the quality that defines their brand.
Right, because you don't want to sacrifice quality for speed.
Exactly. It shows they're thinking long-term and investing in their future.
Yeah.
So with all this momentum, What's KVA's outlook for 2025?
Well, they're projecting same restaurant sales growth of 6% to 8%,
Okay.
which is ambitious but achievable given their track record.
Yeah.
They're aiming for a restaurant-level profit margin between 24.8% and 25.2%, and adjusted EBITDA of $150 million to $157 million.
Those are some bold targets.
Yeah.
But if their past performance is any indication, I wouldn't bet against them.
No, I wouldn't either.
One thing that really stands out to me is their approach to same restaurant sales growth.
Okay.
They're focusing on a 3-year stack,
Right.
projecting it to be in the high 30s rather than just year-over-year comparisons.
That's a sophisticated approach. It helps smooth out volatility and provides a more holistic view of their long-term performance.
Exactly.
It shows they're not chasing short-term gains.
Right.
They're building a sustainable business for the long haul.
And they're not sacrificing growth for profitability either.
Nope.
They're striking a balance between investing in their future and delivering strong financial results.
It's a delicate dance, but they seem to be mastering it.
They do.
Now, before we move on to a deeper dive into their financials, how about we spice things up with our This Is Not Financial Advice segment?
I love this part. Let's get those creative juices flowing.
All right.
What outrageous but plausible trade idea have you cooked up based on this earnings call?
Okay, so here's one. CAVA is entering Detroit,
Okay.
a city known for its iconic coney dogs.
Right.
What if AVA taps into that local flavor
I like where you're going with this.
and creates a limited-time Mediterranean coney pita?
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, so imagine this. They take their delicious lamb meatballs,
Yeah.
already a customer favorite,
Right.
and instead of chili, they top them with a tangy feta yogurt sauce.
Oh, that's good.
Then for that classic coney crunch,
Yeah.
they sprinkle on some diced onions and tomatoes.
Brilliant. That's fusion food at its finest.
Right.
And it plays on the local culinary scene in a way that's sure to generate buzz. I can already see the social media posts and the lines out the door.
Exactly. And to really amplify the impact,
Yeah.
they could partner with a local Detroit Coney Island joint,
Oh, wow.
creating a truly unique and memorable experience.
Love it.
It's the kind of bold move that could make a splash in a new market and solidify their position as a culinary innovator.
Okay. That's a trade idea I can get behind. It's creative, it's culturally relevant, and it plays to KVA's strengths. Okay, now, back to the numbers.
Welcome back.
All right, so let's shift gears a little bit and
Yeah.
take a closer look at TKVA's financials.
Okay.
Starting with their impressive profitability, their adjusted EBITDA for Q4, including pre-opening costs, was a healthy $25.1 million, a 60% increase compared to the same period last year.
That's great.
And this growth was fueled by several factors,
Okay.
including the strong performance of the new restaurants, the impressive 21.2% same restaurant sales growth we discussed, and leverage in their general and administrative expenses.
So they're managing costs effectively while expanding,
Exactly.
a sign of a well-run operation.
It's like they've cracked the code for profitable growth,
Yeah.
and their balance sheet is equally impressive.
Okay.
CVA ended the quarter with zero debt
Wow.
and a substantial $366.1 million in cash on hand.
That's fantastic.
They also have access to a $75 million undrawn revolver.
So this means they have significant financial flexibility
Right.
to invest in future growth, weather economic storms, or even consider strategic acquisitions if the opportunity arises.
Yeah, it's a rock-solid financial position that gives them a competitive edge in a dynamic market. So let's delve into their new unit economics, which have been consistently exceeding expectations.
Okay.
They've actually raised their own forecasts for new restaurant performance.
Oh, wow.
They're now anticipating year-one average unit volumes to hit $2.3 million, up from their previous estimate of $2.1 million.
That's a significant upward revision,
It is,
indicating strong consumer demand and successful execution.
for sure.
And it doesn't stop there. They're projecting year 2 average unit volumes to reach $2.5 million.
Wow, and what's really fascinating is that their newer restaurants are becoming some of their top performers.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this suggests that their brand resonates across different markets and demographics,
Right.
validating their expansion strategy.
Just seems to be working.
They're not just opening restaurants, they're opening highly successful ones,
Right.
which speaks to the strength and appeal of their concept.
Yeah, and their profitability at the unit level is also noteworthy.
Okay.
Their year 2 restaurant level profit margin is expected to increase from 20% to 22%.
So this demonstrates their ability to scale their operations efficiently while maintaining profitability.
Exactly. They're proven that growth doesn't have to come at the expense of margins.
So they've really mastered the art of opening and running successful restaurants.
They have. But as with any rapidly growing company, there are potential risks and challenges to consider.
Of course.
One key area is maintaining their culture and operational excellence as they scale.
Right. It's much easier to maintain high standards with a handful of locations. Rapid expansion can sometimes lead to inconsistencies in quality and customer service.
Exactly.
Key EVA needs to ensure that their new hires are properly trained and embrace the company's values.
And they also need to be mindful of maintaining their unique brand identity as they enter new markets.
Right. It's a balancing act between adapting to local preferences and staying true to their core values.
Competition is another factor to watch.
Yeah,
The fast casual space is crowded,
it is.
and new players are constantly emerging. Key IVA needs to stay ahead of the curve by continuing to innovate their menu, enhance their customer experience, and differentiate themselves from the pack.
Yeah, they've done a great job so far, but they can't afford to become complacent.
No.
The restaurant industry is constantly evolving,
Absolutely.
and they need to adapt to stay relevant and competitive.
And of course, we can't ignore the broader macroeconomic challenges that all businesses are facing.
Right.
Inflation, supply chain disruptions, and potential economic slowdowns.
All very real threats.
These external factors could impact their costs, consumer spending, and overall growth trajectory.
Yeah, Cava will need to navigate these headwinds carefully and strategically to protect their margins and maintain their impressive growth momentum.
They do have a strong financial position
They do.
and a track record of operational excellence,
Right.
which provides a buffer against these challenges. However, they can't take their success for granted. They need to remain agile and adaptable to navigate the uncertainties ahead.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into Cava's financial performance. We've explored their impressive profitability, their key growth drivers, and some of the potential risks and challenges they face.
We have.
It's clear that they're a company with a bright future.
But like any successful business, they need to adapt and evolve to stay ahead of the competition and navigate the ever-changing business landscape.
Words to live by.
Stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll wrap up our analysis and leave you with some key takeaways and food for thought.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into KVA's Q4 2024 earnings call. We've dug into their financials, analyzed their growth strategies, and even tossed around some creative trade ideas.
It's been a fascinating journey through their recipe for success.
So what's the big takeaway here? Well, what can we learn from KVA's impressive performance, and what does it tell us about the broader restaurant industry?
Well, first and foremost, I think KVA demonstrates the power of understanding your customer.
Yeah.
You know, they've tapped into this growing desire for healthy, customizable, and delicious food.
Right.
That doesn't break the bank.
Yeah, it's got to be affordable.
They've positioned themselves as a premium but accessible option,
Right.
hitting a sweet spot in a market where consumers are increasingly discerning about both quality
Yeah.
and value.
Yeah, they want it all.
They do.
And they've also cultivated a strong brand identity that resonates with their target audience.
Absolutely. CIVA has built a loyal following by consistently delivering fresh, flavorful food
For sure.
and creating a welcoming, hospitable atmosphere.
It's not just about grabbing a quick bite.
No.
It's about experiencing a taste of the Mediterranean lifestyle.
Exactly.
And let's not underestimate their strategic approach to expansion.
Right. They're not just throwing darts at a map.
They're not.
They're carefully selecting markets where they see strong potential for growth,
Yeah.
leveraging data and insights to guide their decisions.
Data-driven decision-making is key.
It is.
Their focus on operational excellence is equally impressive.
Yes, their commitment to operational excellence allows them to maintain profitability even as they rapidly expand.
They're constantly looking for ways to improve efficiency and streamline their operations
Yeah,
without compromising on quality.
right.
And they're embracing technology in smart ways,
Yes.
using AI and other tools to enhance their operations,
Right.
gain valuable insights into customer behavior, and improve the overall dining experience.
But they haven't forgotten the human touch.
Right.
They understand that hospitality is at the heart of their business.
It is a hospitality business after all.
It is, and technology is simply a tool to enhance that.
So GVA's success is a reminder that in the restaurant industry, the entire experience matters.
It does.
It's about creating a connection with customers,
Yeah,
fostering a sense of community, and making them feel valued.
absolutely.
So looking ahead, TDA has ambitious goals for 2025 and beyond.
They do.
They plan to continue their aggressive expansion, further develop their digital capabilities, and explore new avenues for growth, such as catering and potential international expansion.
Yeah, the big question is, can they maintain this impressive momentum over the long term?
That is the question.
It's a challenge, but they've laid a solid foundation for continued success.
They have.
They have a strong brand, a proven operating model, a talented team, and a clear vision for the future.
They do.
While challenges are inevitable,
Always are.
they've shown an ability to adapt and innovate, which bodes well for their ability to navigate the uncertainties ahead.
CAVA is definitely a company to watch in the coming years.
For sure.
Their journey offers valuable lessons for any business looking to thrive in a competitive landscape.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's a thought for our listeners.
Yeah.
What can you learn from Candy AVA's success story?
Yeah.
How can you apply their principles of customer understanding, brand building, operational excellence, and strategic growth to your own endeavors?
Good questions to ask yourself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Cava. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the world around you.